in the mists and shadows of this broken home, where fractured spirits haunt and roam, the trail sears with an icy grip, marked by the twist of the grinner's tip. In towers high and ruins vast, the night looks on as the die is cast. Wow. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Curse of Strahd with me, Mark Humes, joined by my good friends. We'll start from the bottom up. Katie Morrison, Tom Hazel, Chris Trott, Kim Richards, and Rhiannon Gower. This ghoulish gang is here for another evening of Dungeons and Dragons in Barovia.
Yeah.
Got to get that energy pumped up. Come on, everyone. Get that spooky energy. Get hyped.
Spooky good night.
It's not hot. It's at all. It's
No.
Rhiannon's fine. Rhiannon's just gotten heat mad, I think. It's quite hot. It's quite hot here in the UK. Before anybody in chat is like, it's hotter in the US and Australia. We know. Our country's not designed for heat, so we don't do very well in it.
Can't deal with it.
We can't deal with it. So, forgive us if we are a little bit loopy this evening, but we are here for another lovely episode of Curse of Strahd, where hopefully no one will die, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Give it a bloody good go, won't we?
Give it a bloody good try, won't we? We don't really have any announcements, but Kim wants to tell you about an exciting thing coming up. Kim, take it away.
Hey, do you like being entertained? Do you like comedy and being locked in a dark room while a man shouts at you, kind of like a DM? And do you like fundraising?
Fundraising, yay!
And do you hate racism? Does racism make you sad? This Saturday, friend John Robertson, creator of The Dark Room, is running a special fundraising stream, fundraising darkroom stream, 7 p.m. BST to 10 p.m. BST on his channel, twitch.tv/Robotron. Nightjar is nicely putting the tweets to it in chat at the moment. I'm going to be a guest on it. So are people like Ashens, Colt Cabana, wrestler Colt Cabana, and Zafra Cakes, and a whole bunch, Don't Rage Quit, loads and loads of people. And what it is it's raising money to set up a charity that is very close to my heart. It's something that I'm involved in, and I will be doing my own fundraiser on. It is endthevirusofracism.co.uk. We are basically raising enough money to start the UK's first anti-racism charity against Southeast Asian racism. And partly it is funded because in the UK, there are statistics that have just been released by the government that racism, hate crimes against Southeast Asians in the UK has risen threefold during the pandemic because of coronavirus hatred and things like that. So we want to start the UK's first charity to help tackle that. So please come along on Saturday, 7 p.m, twitch.tv/Robotron. I'm going to get shouted at by a lot of people. Look at all these people. We're going to get shouted at by John in the name of charity. Yeah. Please join. And John is doing
Find yourself in a dark room. That one, right?
Exactly that.
Very good, Tom.
John is doing this as a big favor to me, so I want to try and get as much support to him as possible. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Bye. Let's go.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Good cause. Check it out for Kim. Yeah.
I used to work with John at Insomnia all the time. He's great. So definitely.
It's
a very entertaining time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come and check that out. Support Kim and support this effort because it is a big one. As Kim mentioned, it's, obviously a very big rising problem, and it's awesome to see people helping out with that. And Kim's going to be doing her own fundraiser, and we've all said that, we can jump in and help on that. And you guys can come check that out too. Cool. That is literally it. I had nothing else I was going to bring up today, so we just give a spotlight there for Kim. With that, shall we do a little bit of a recap?
Yes.
Yes. Oh.
It's just Rhiannon. So, last time on Curse of Strahd, our heroes have come to Argonvosthalt in search of a weapon that can help them destroy Strahd von Zarovich, Lord and Master of the the shadowed realm of Barovia. In a frantic battle within the ruined mansion, having only just lost one of their members recently to Strahd himself, desperation looms as both Xeros, the Dragonborn, and Dogsbody fall to a group of spectral warriors. As many of the companions ignore Xeros' plight due to his actions against Ireena, a woman they have sworn to protect, he dies. But something changes. And as the last few spectres threaten the party, Xeros arises once more, but his eyes have become red rubies, as the pact forged with Asmodeus seems to have been more complicated than it appeared. Our party took some moments, an hour, to take a short rest, separate, as Ireena and Ismark contemplate their future with the party. Rose and Jesper go off towards one of the towers, leaving Ziki and Xeros in the other, and poor Dogsbody stuck in the middle, not sure which side to fall on, it seems. And that is where we begin today. Your short rest has completed. You have had some time to gain some energy back, bandage wounds, and tend to any injuries. And yeah, I hand it over to you. I feel that this is another one more on you guys.
Oh, okay. Who's going to start then?
Yeah, so I guess that's the first question, is like, who leaves their room first, or does Dogsbody go looking for people?
I'm gonna go knock on. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm gonna go to the dragon room, please.
Yeah, you chose your favourite. You chose the right side.
So
I'm gonna go to the other room, please.
Sure. You walk down one corridor, turn around, walk the other way. No. Yeah, you can go knock for the others, and you guys just react to it as you would normally.
Knock on the door.
I'll get up and let Dogsbody in. Hi, hello. Are you okay?
Yeah, I've been sleeping in the corridor. What's going on? I'm sensing a lot of tension in this here party.
Yeah.
I might get to know you guys a bit better. See if I can help. Because I don't want to die.
It would be nice to talk about it. It's complicated. There's been a lot.
Well, why don't we start with you? You look like you've been through something. I remember Dragonborn, and I don't remember them looking as hasty, as we say.
Yeah.
As you.
Yeah. I came here hoping to change. Obviously, I wanted to do something good. I wanted to change Barovia. I wanted to help. And I fell in combat. And I met the Wardens. And the Wardens of Barovia, they reside within the mists, I suppose. They told me to protect Xeros, to help him in return for power, for strength, to help take down Strahd. And I didn't know what to do. I had to help. I had to save Xeros. I had to save everyone. So I accepted their offer.
I get it.
Now I'm here.
Maybe I would have done it once. But what does that mean if, the big one croaks it? You stuck here with me?
I don't know. My deal was to get Strahd's soul.
It's a pretty big ask, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it.
Hey. None of that. And I'll put a big hand round her shoulder, squeeze it.
I know it's not right.
Listen.
I know.
It's not easy to say what's wrong and what's right here. Gets in your head, doesn't it? Makes it all funny. Makes you face your worst fears. But you did what you did in the moment. You did what you thought was best, right? Brother and sister sticking up for each other. I can see that. That's fine. Just, I guess the other lot, I'm guessing they probably didn't get it, right?
No. Especially Jesper.
I mean, I won't lie. I kind of get that. You, and I gestured to Zeros, you're a bit of a grumpy guts. You know, you probably could try a bit better in the old, smiling department. I get that. It's intimidating, right? But you gotta do what you gotta do. And who knows? Maybe that's the thing that you need to do to take down the big S.
Yeah.
You also gotta fuel up. Look. I don't know what's been going on with you and the other lot, but you made your decision. Stick by it.
For fuck's sake.
That was not subtle at all, Mark.
It's just Strahd in the background having a drink, innit?
Literally waited until it went silent and just went.
Don't worry about that. That's just the ghosts. That's just the ghosts. Big snake ghost in the background.
Yes. Thank you, Dog's Body. I needed someone to talk to, I think, and it's been difficult trying to weigh it up and understand what's happening. I don't really know what's going on. I'll be honest.
Nah, nobody does. That's the point of this place. Just messes with you. And you just gotta roll with it. You just gotta take each day as it comes and keep walking forward, yeah? And you, grumpy bollocks.
Yeah.
Tom's been trying so hard to keep
so
them laughing.
sorry.
He's been trying so hard.
I don't know why it got me so much. Holy shit. It was just the one
It's nice to
quiet
see you
moment
cheered up.
in the entire conversation. Oh. What?
So, sold yourself to the devil, have you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm guessing it's probably worth it, right?
I got what I wanted.
You're not going to kill me, are you? I quite like
If I
being
have
alive.
to.
Fair. Man of principles.
Puts it out there.
Are you going to stand in my way?
Probably not. I quite like being alive.
Then you'll live.
Look,
Right.
I get it right. You did what you had to do to keep each other safe. And I guess
all
the
I've
other
got.
two don't like that. But you're gonna have to make some compromises, right? Otherwise, you're all gonna kill each other, and it's all gonna be for vain. So just try, okay? I'm not saying, like, be their best friend and find out when their birthdays are and what their favourite food is. Just
I don't know what's going on with Trot and Tom. Like, the moment's passed. I don't even get it.
It's the heat.
It's because they're trying so hard not to.
Not. Just laugh.
That's what's making it work.
Fucking get rid of it.
And Tom's setting up Trot and Trot's setting up Tom.
Mm-hmm.
This is the classic.
Do the two of you need to just
contagious
walk away
laughter
for a
thing.
second? You just need to,
Rhiannon,
like...
I can see her. Rhiannon's about to go.
I'm trying so hard. I'm trying.
Because you
Oh
know
my
if
God.
Rhiannon
Yeah.
goes, game over. If Rhiannon goes, it's all over.
I think Trot has genuinely walked away. I think he genuinely got up and walked away from
he's
the
gone
PC.
to go hug his dog.
It's not
He's
like
like,
it's funny.
he's just hugging his dog.
It's not funny.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a stop
God,
laughing.
I spat all over my notebook.
That doesn't help.
No.
Sorry, carry on, please. I'm gonna mute myself.
It's fine. Tom's also struggling. Well, I mean, it sounds like Dog's Body's pretty much had as much of a conversation as she can with Zeros.
I just said
as he can with Zeros.
Just try a little. Just don't. Just try. All right.
How about you?
No more marking anyone. No more marking anyone. That's not fun.
How long have you been in Barovia for?
Dunno. What year is it?
I don't know. How long have we been in Barovia for? I don't know. The days just seem the same.
Yeah. So, at least I haven't been driven mad like some people around here.
Clearly.
I know. I can hear him giggling all the way over here in the other tower. I don't know what those two are up to.
Yeah. Clearly they're having a great time.
Yeah.
It seemed fine. I don't understand how he can be completely fine and then it's just bursts out of him.
It's fucking Tom. I can't look at him.
Katie's gone now as well. Katie's lost it.
It was the noise that Trot made when he went. He was like, no! Oh god.
Welcome. If you're tuning in to High Rollers for the first time, this is actually kind of what it's like most weeks. I'll be honest with you. Like, it's kind of chaos, and we're not very serious. We're not very
chaos.
Hello. You are so beautiful.
It was purely that noise that Trot made when he went. It was that, like...
It was a very funny noise.
That was.
It was like...
I was like,
I'm sweating
I can just
much.
see a pale white man in the corner of like Tom's screen.
All right. This is the worst it's been, I've got to say. It's never been this bad. All from a little innocent Twitch beer. That's all it was.
No. It's never as bad as the time that we all had a breakdown and then you spat your coke out and we had another breakdown.
That's true. Yeah, that was my spit take was pretty bad.
Oh my god.
Right, everyone take a deep breath in.
Take a deep breath. Forget the
breath
past.
out.
Bury it. It's dead.
Honestly, we need to put 2 black screens over Tom and Trot.
Yeah, can you just put a black screen over Tom, Trot? Can you just like put like a blank video?
Please do.
There we go. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. There we go. Leave that for a minute. I think we'll be all right.
Time out.
Time out. So, whilst Dog's Body is chatting away in the other tower, what are Jesper and Rose like? How, like, you guys have had an hour to do like nothing, or like rest and recuperate. But like, is there any conversation at all, or is it just like trying to focus on other things? I'm interested.
An hour of pure laughter.
Just laughing.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
It's
I think that's.
I imagine it's a lot of awkward small talk. Like, it's nothing over here.
Looking around the room.
And then maybe some, like, under the breath. They should have listened to me. Trying to get, like, my point across even more. Because I've still got, like, pent-up emotion over that whole encounter. So I'm just kind of eking it out like a tiny balloon. Yeah.
I think Rose is still probably a little bit preoccupied by the fact that she's still not really come to terms with Shadow. Not being with them anymore, and now there's someone else around, but there's a lot of rage there from seeing Zeros mark Tatiana,
Ireena,
and just fury, because I think to her it feels like she did say to Zeros, what you need to tell us exactly what you've agreed, and he never did, and she kept pushing for it and he still never did. So I think that she'd probably bring that up with Jesper, that it's something that he should have brought up and he didn't, and he's gonna go again. I can see it in his face. Look at him. So yeah,
they're both trying.
Rose will bring that fact up, that he's known that since way back, since the very first time ZQ got resurrected. He's known that.
Yeah.
The 3 of them are gone now.
just don't get. I'm like, I don't understand. Sure. Enjoy it for sure.
Oh,
He's trying. Like, I appreciate the effort so much.
mad
Where do you think we
Englishman in the
should go?
sun.
We've looked around here, there's nothing.
The sword must be in the top of this tower somewhere. It's got to be at the top of one of these towers. And we can't leave here without it. Shadow died trying to get this weapon. We need it. Look at the power that Light had on him. Look at the spell that Shadow cast. It did so much damage to him that he killed her for it. If this sword is a fraction as powerful as that, we need it. And maybe if we get something like this, we won't need Zeros. At the moment, we need his strength, but I still don't. I don't trust him. I never will, Jesper. We need to get the weapon, and one of us will keep it, and we'll go from there.
The problem is, we don't just lose Zeros. We lose Ziki too. And we can't lose two.
Ziki has power too.
They're tied together by destiny, and the Taroka readings read all of us, Shadow included. I don't think her damage that she dealt to Strahd was in vain. I think it truly affected him, and it gave us the motivation that we can do it. So, we need everyone there, really. Everyone there that was truly there before he changed. I really hope there's something left of his original persona and not some puppet.
I feel like we need to make peace with them. I blame Zeros for taking that offer, but I see why he did it. I've been there, I've seen someone that I cared about die, and I know that Shadow helped me a lot. She believed that that's the way it's meant to be. She asked me before Strahd took her body not to bring her back. She wouldn't have wanted that. She doesn't believe in that. And so I see why he did it. But I've learned over time that it's something that we shouldn't control. And if I died, I would feel the same as Shadow. We're not supposed to come back, especially not in this land. And I worry
Shadow
that...
did die, and what did you do? You did the noble thing. You fought on.
There's nothing else to do.
You didn't fall to your knees and pray to a higher being to do anything to bring Shadow back, did you? As tied as you are.
No,
you know
but
your purpose.
I also understand the fact that I've learned a lot since I met Shadow, and back before I met her, I may well have done the same thing that Zeros did. There was no consoling me at the time. If I'd had a chance to bring back my brother, I might have taken it. But as I say, I've moved on from that. I understand it, but in this land things are too dangerous, and the deals that he made have put everyone in danger. I just want to understand what exactly his allegiance is to whoever he's serving now as Modius. I don't know too much about him, but we need to know fully what that involves. If it involves something else like marking another person, then he can't be trusted. But I know that Ziki is a kind soul, and I believe that Zeros has that kindness still in him somewhere. We just need to make peace. If we continue to fight with them, it's going to lead to more of the same.
You do hear some footsteps approaching down the corridor, and you hear the soft voice of Tatiana. I will let you rest if you still need it, but Ismark and I have talked things through and made our decision. and just waits.
Please.
She kind of speaks through the door. Is like, we've decided to stay for now. I think that it is too dangerous for us to be on our own, but we would appreciate your protection from both of you. This Zeros, what he's done, I don't understand it. And I fear that there is more to it. Well, there is very clearly more to it than he has told us. And I think that we won't find the answers to that if we leave now. He's the only one who has those answers.
We will try our best to protect you.
Of course.
Thank you. I know you will. You have done so much for us both already. Still, I think that when we left the other room, there are stairs that lead further up, and I remember back in the chapel there was some stairs that led up there as well. I think that wherever this weapon is, it must be above. I don't think it's on these floors. None of these rooms seem can have anything really in them.
Considering
It's likely
what
that it's sitting with the person that Shadow saw in the top of the tower.
Possibly.
The human form of the dragon. I think that it's
Maybe.
probably most likely to be there.
It's a good place to start, for certain. We'll wait for you down in the main, just outside the main chamber. And give you some time to perhaps speak with Zeros and the others. She nods her head and turns away, and her and Ismark just isn't really looking at anybody. He just is kind of kicking around. He's got his weapon in his hand and just doesn't seem to be engaging with anyone or anything. Dragonborn, Zeros, Ziki, and then Dog's Body kind of outside. Dragonborn's +1. What are you guys doing? Like, you hear Tatiana having a kind of whispered conversation, but you don't really make out the details of it. Zeros and Ziki, did you guys mark down those potions that you found last time as well?
Yeah, I've got them.
Invulnerability. Oh, you've got all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got all 4 Ziki, yeah? Okay.
I do,
Yeah.
Cool. In that case, yeah, what do you guys want to do?
I mean, I guess we all knew it was like a short rest, right? I guess if Tatiana's talking, then I guess we can head over and see what's going on that side. Cross the boundary to the other side.
The 3 of you cross the boundary, and you have this wonderfully awkward moment of Rose and Jesper in behind the door, Tatiana and Ismark sort of in the middle of the corridor, and then the other 3 on the other side. Sure.
Jesper will walk up to Zeros and just stick out his chest, kind of like straighten up, and just stare him into his deep ruby red eyes and say, "You're a fool. A reckless fool. And what you have done has potentially jeopardized everything that Madame Ava sent me on a task to do, which is guide willing people bound by fate to rid this land of evil. And your recklessness may have caused another evil. But in your position, I understand. Okay? I get it. It is done now, whatever it is. And I hope what you're saying to all of us is the truth, and there are no more secrets. I am here to protect those I care about too. And there's a lot more people than just us here. There's a whole land of people that have a cloud over them. I hope you have a wider perspective on that now.
I'm glad we can come to an understanding, Jesper. I will use this strength to fight Strahd, to take him down, to save this place. But you will be the fool if you decide to stand against me.
Well, you've made the foolish decision, why can't I?
What's the plan? How are we getting this sword?
We go up.
Well, isn't this nice? We've all worked it out. We're all friends now. Friends. Yeah, friends. I'm going to go this way. There's some stairs back here. Oh, let's go. Come on, ladies. Let's go. Let's lead the charge.
And I'm going to start walking down the corridor. Before we go, I found these in our room, and I've got the potions of invulnerability. I want you, Jesper, Rose, Ireena, Ismark, please take these. I'm sorry. Accept it as an apology. If nothing else, I'm sorry that this happened. I'm sorry that things are like this. I don't know what else to say. I was weak.
You don't have to apologize. You don't have to apologize.
Just
a lot has happened,
please.
But thank you. And this goes
Ireena.
for both of you. A lot has happened. And I feel like we've only just had time to sort of come to terms with that. Zeros, I understand why you did what you did. In what feels like a previous life at this point, would have done the same thing. But in Barovia, things have different consequences, dangerous consequences. And I think we all know that now. If we can work together, then we can defeat a horrible evil here. But we need to trust each other. We need to trust you. So please, if there is anything else you need to tell us now, and then we can go forward and be stronger.
Just the other two parts of the deal. Find Strahd's soul, return it to him, kill him.
Seems
I think
we're
we're all
working
in
to the same
agreement.
end goal.
Rose, I'm sorry about Shadow.
Thank you. Can you all do me a favor? If we find her again, if we come across her, if she's been turned by Strahd, which is likely, please help me put her to rest. She wouldn't want to be in this place in any other form. She wants to be laid to rest. Thank you.
Ireena puts her hand on Rose's shoulder. Of course, my dear. And thank you, Ziki. And she takes the potion of invulnerability that you've offered. Thank you. I don't know what this does, but I assume that it is useful. And I appreciate the gesture. She looks at Zeros.
Everything.
No, I am the one to thank you, especially you, Ziki. I know that much of this was not your choice. Decisions were made for you, perhaps. But you, Zeros, one day, very soon, you and I are going to discuss what this mark means. And you will tell me, so that we can defeat Strahd together, like you say. That's all I have to say. Ismark looks around, he looks at the potion in Ziki's hand. And he looks up, and his eyes kind of flick to Zeros, flick back to you. Keep the potion for yourself, Ziki. I don't need it. And he just turns and makes his way out. So, Dog's Body, I think you were basically leading everybody off before we had that little moment. So where are you taking folks? You can head down the corridor, and it does lead out onto this like upper balcony looking down onto the main chamber, the main entryway into the mansion. There is you do remember seeing a spiral staircase that led up as well.
Hey, if you're all done being pals, found some stairs. They go up and down, but up
And down.
right now. But
Actually,
down,
these ones
yeah.
only go up, actually. The ones on this balcony only go up.
Yeah,
How
but
do
if
we
we
get
go
back
up,
down?
then they go down. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Such a dumb joke. Okay.
Well, Dog's Body, you've been here the longest. So, happy to follow you.
I've actually
I will say-
not been upstairs. I stuck to the lower bits. Wine cellar. It's a nice place to hang out.
Then, I'll let Zeros lead the way. We can't win without his strength, can we?
Fine.
Sass. I love it. Okay. Well, you guys, so are you going to just head to the closest staircase leading up then? The one at the end of the corridor?
Like this one.
This one over here? Zeros, is that the plan? You tell me.
Yeah. Well, whichever one Dog's Body's at. And yeah, I wanted
Points
to go
you
first
towards.
anyway, just without the sass.
Now kiss. Yeah, let's go up.
Keys.
It's gonna be a hot ass sex scene at the end of this, I'm telling you right now.
Oh god!
Oh no!
I've always hated you.
No!
Mm. Mm.
Yeah,
Come on,
I'm
roll
not gonna-
20. You can do it.
I'm not going to dive into that
Oh,
RP
it's-
drop for some reason.
Oh, he's struggling.
24 hours later.
24, 1 hour later.
I need a long rest.
Oh my.
Okay, all right. Enough of this.
Oh.
Okay.
No, that's not my trigger. This is not my trigger. Come on! Come on!
No more laughing. This is a humorless
I'm
stream.
good. I'm good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rhiannon's
Definitely.
just
No,
died.
I managed to make it through
She's
the
gone.
can opening, but is the rule, is the slash fiction?
can
No,
opening.
fan fiction. It's
Slash fiction. No, slash fiction is appropriate.
It's not
Okay,
fiction if it
cool.
happens.
Well,
That's
roll
what
20 has
gets me.
completely crashed for me. So, here we go.
Excellent.
It's just come back.
Ooh.
Nope, it's come back.
Why is that the thing that gets me?
Perfect. So,
Roll
we have
G.
No!
Zeros and Dog's Body. Zeros and Dog's Body are the first ones to kind of make their way up the stars. The top of the stairs is covered by a kind of thick black curtain that seems to conceal an archway. Actually, no, sorry. You come up the stairs and there is you can see that this is a stone door. It's like the backside of a secret door that you can open outwards from this staircase. It's very tight. It's only about 10 foot wide, this whole thing. So the three of you are all kind of curled around the stairs with Zeros, Dog's Body, and then Jesper behind him, and then the rest all spiraled down below. The stone will need to be opened. It is not opened, so you will need to press the large stone door open.
Okay.
Check for traps.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're going to do that, sure.
So what, you kind of Rose squeezes
like-
up amongst everybody.
Just last time we had to go through an area, we kind of got trapped in there. Should we be a bit more careful?
In terms of a roll, it would be investigation check if you are looking for some sort of device or trap.
Ooh.
I believe Rose was the one making the check, so
I only
Not for
got
Dog's
an
Body.
11.
I mean, you glance around the backside of this secret door, and apart from seeing the mechanism that opens it, you don't see any tripwires. You don't see anything like uneven floor plates or stones that look strange. No indication that there are traps or anything here.
I've got. Never mind.
Proceed.
All right. In that case, I'll push open the door.
The door opens and it leads into a long corridor, stone corridor that leads further down, back in towards the rest of the mansion. You can see that there is a closed, large, kind of reinforced wooden door on the left-hand side as you're moving down. But further down into the corridor, it looks like part of the roof has also collapsed, causing debris, rocks, wooden beams to kind of scatter around, and this chill breeze is blowing in from the night air, and you can see that the rubble-strewn flooring is kind of spread everywhere. There is a door to your left, and then further on you can see it opens up into this where the ceiling is broken through, several walls have collapsed. There might be what appears to be another couple of doors at the very far end of the corridor, another reinforced door to the west, to the left, sorry, a smaller one to the right, and then one at the very end of the corridor opposite the way that you've just come in.
Okay, I mean, a reinforced door always sounds good. Got to be protecting something.
Sure. Do you just open it? Do you just move up and open it?
I'll have a little looky. I'll have a peek.
Okay. So Zeros moves up to this reinforced door that is just to your left and gives it a peek, I believe is the term. Through the dust and cobwebs, you can see faded war banners adorning the walls of a spacious chamber, in the center of which stands a heavy wooden table. An iron chandelier hangs above it, which is surrounded by 6 high-backed chairs with wood-carved dragons perching atop them. Slumped in 5 of the chairs are skeletal humans in tattered chainmail.
Huh. I mean, that just screams.
I don't like it.
Right?
Well, the corpses, their necks begin to creak, and you can see dust and bone fall away. They tilt their heads in your direction in a rasping voice. Why do you disturb the dead?
Well.
Their eyes just empty, desiccated sockets.
We come in peace to find. I am very funny, yes.
There is no peace in Baru. Not while he remains.
It's
You
funny you
are
should say that.
fools
True.
to come here.
We're looking for a sword so we can fight him and bring peace.
The only swords here are these. And the skeleton pulls free a rusted blade that screeches and scrapes as he draws it free. And he slams it into the table point first. Leave living. You are not welcome here. And it is best that Vladimir does not find you.
You don't have to tell me twice. Shut the door, dragon.
Shut the door.
And you shut the door.
Moving on. Let's keep going down. Let's pretend we never saw that.
Okay, well, if you carry on moving down, you eventually come to, this collapsed ceiling. The roof over this part of the mansion has collapsed. It's creating a 20-foot diameter gaping hole with broken rafters bisecting it. Dark storm clouds mixed with the night sky overhead, and the floor is piled with rocks and broken tiles, shattered beams, and other debris. Beneath the rubble, like a sagging floor and puddles of rainwater as you guys begin to you feel the crunch of stones beneath you as the group all begin to make your way forward, I guess. Well, you can see here that the everything kind of opens
the name of the name of the dragon man. Was it? I don't know. I know it's...
No, that's Argonvost.
Argonvosthalt. Yeah, Argonvost.
That was the one in the in the mausoleum. It had it was the mausoleum of Argonvost, who was the ruler of the order, and so
we
the
haven't
dragon
heard so far about.
You've never heard of Vladimir before. It's a new name.
No.
The corridor, you can see where the roof has collapsed. It does head south. It also seems to lead into a partially empty room. The mansion continues south, continues further on as well. You do hear, as you begin kind of scuffling over the debris, you do hear movement, like metal clanging, metal kind of scraping against stone coming from the southwest.
Southwest. Okay. There's still 2 doors, like right at the end of the corridor, right?
There are, yeah, 3 in fact. There's another one to your left, which is a little bit further down. You can see on the map there. This is for podcast listeners. One directly in front of you, and then another one which is on the right-hand side. You seem to be heading back towards the chapel that you originally kind of entered in. You're kind of heading back in that direction.
Yeah, I'll kind of cycle round to the other side of like the broken wall and then start heading south to kind of see if I can get a peek at this metal creaking noise, whatever it is.
Sure. What does everyone else do?
I'm watching contently and also thinking to myself that the undead referred to Zeke and Zeros as living, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, they did refer to them as the living. Yeah. Okay. Well, Zeros, as the rest of the group are kind of following behind you, you step round the corner, and yeah, there is definitely you see perhaps a shape, a figure moving towards you. This grander hall has crumbled away. The wall itself has broken away, exposing what would have once been an audience hall, an audience chamber. Weapons and shields that were once hung from the walls have fallen to the floor and succumbed to rust. A large wooden throne carved to resemble a dragon with unfolding wings faces 3 tall windows to the west. You can see that a figure had been sat in the throne, a gaunt armored figure with one gauntlet wrapped around the hilt of a greatsword. But you can see that the figure has twisted its body and is now peering around the side of the throne in the direction that you have entered from. As your clawed feet have scraped across stone and debris from the broken ceiling, this figure has heard you. You see its grip tighten on the greatsword.
If you have come to destroy me, know this. I perished defending this land from evil over 4 centuries ago. Because of my failure, I am doomed forever. If you destroy this body, my spirit will find a new corpse to inhabit, and I will hunt you down. You cannot free me. Nor would I wish it. You have come to free this land from the creature that feasts on blood and innocent lives. Know this. There is no monster I hate more than Strahd von Zarovich. He slew Argonvost, broke the life of the knight I loved, and destroyed the valiant order to which I devoted my life. Strahd has died once. He can't be allowed to die again. I want him to suffer.
Sorry, wrong number.
He got all that just from looking at me. Damn.
It just looks like it's almost like a rehearsed speech, I would say. You get the impression.
Voicemail. What's his greatsword? Is it particularly like, ooh, that's radiant.
Unlike the rest of the weapons, it shows no sign of age. The hilt is carved like that of a dragon's wings folding out, and a dragon's neck and head are kind of etched along the core of the blade. The pommel is like that of a dragon's claw grasping an opal, and he kind of pulls his body free, dust and stone falling down from the withered, armored form, and he kind of rises to his full height. He stands as tall as Xeros. Probably would have once been a very, very powerful and intimidating figure in life. And he just looks towards you.
We're not here to put you down, corpse. We're just here to find the sword.
He looks down at his greatsword and just kind of tightens the grip.
You would have to pry it from my very old, very dead hand.
That sword could be used to kill Strahd. We will put it to bed.
I told you, Strahd has died once. I will not see him freed of his torment. His agony here, his suffering, his torture, it is what he deserves. So if you wish it, come and take it.
Well, I take back what I say. I'll fight him then. I'll kick his ass.
Sure. He makes no move to engage you.
In that case, I'll just.
What's
do the
everyone else
same
doing?
thing.
So everyone else hears Xeros doing this. So what about everyone else?
Drawing my swords because I feel like Xeros's diplomatic skills are going very well.
I mean, yeah. A fight has not kicked off yet, but you can see this being
tense.
is definitely willing to. Well, it's willing to defend himself.
As soon as he said that he wants Strahd to stay like this and enjoys this suffering, then I know it's kind of a futile speech to try and convince him otherwise.
Sorry, I'm just setting up the encounter because sounds like there might be a fight involved. So
Yeah, I mean, if he's drawing his sword and like getting into some sort of stance and looking at me, then I'm basically just mirroring him at this point. Like I'm not
Sure.
stepping forward either.
he just kind of like lowers it into a very practiced military guard. He's kind of keeping the blade close to his body but pointed directly towards you.
Can I?
What's the plan?
Before it all kicks off, can I make a
So
cheeky...
Jesper has moved around into the same room as Xeros, I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Weapons drawn.
Can
Go
I
on,
make
Dog's
a
Body.
Can I make a cheeky intelligence ability check to recall information about undead? So I have Hunter's
Is that something
Bane.
you can do? Sure.
I have Hunter's Bane, which means I can have advantage on Wisdom survival checks to track them, Fey Fiends and Undead, as well as intelligence ability checks to recall information about them. So,
Sure. So Dog's Body you'd
Is that
need to
just-
move into the room to see what's going on. So we'll move you in.
Okay, yeah, I'll do
because
that.
you've only really heard this conversation yet.
I-
You're not going to be able to know much
I was
without seeing
following-
the figure. Sure.
I was following the bros
You're following
around
this, guys.
anyway.
Yeah, make an intelligence check for me then.
Intelligence. Okay, my roll 20 is broken, so Diceroo it is.
Yeah, just roll the physical dice.
That's a 14.
14, I think that you would be able to identify this creature based on the things that Vladimir here has said. It is likely that they are a Revenant, which is a relentless spirit of vengeance that, if it is destroyed, will simply find a new body, and it normally comes after the person that it is driven to destroy. The fact that he seems to be so pent on his vengeance against Strahd probably means that this figure will never be at peace until something else happens. Destroying him won't save you. Destroying Strahd won't probably help it either. there needs to be something else that would probably relay this creature's spirit to ease. They tend to be quite powerful. They tend to be like physically very, very strong, empowered by undeath and necromantic energy. They retain all of their sort of abilities and skills of life, even in different bodies and forms. They are quite competent foes, for sure.
Okay. Okay. Be careful, fellas. It's a Revenant. I hope you know what you're doing. This guy's a very powerful dude.
What do we do? He's not backing down.
Can I peek round the corner and and use Hunter's Sense to try and get his damage, immunities, resistances, and vulnerabilities?
Sure. Is there like any do you have to spend like an action or like a minute or anything like that? Okay, yeah, it's sure. An action. You get to learn all of that or just some of it? This is an ability I know very well. So.
Choose one creature you can see. You immediately learn whether the creature has any damage, immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are if the creature is not hidden from divination magic.
Okay, no, it is not. So you know that this creature, like most undead, it is immune to poison. It is resistant to necrotic and psychic damage.
Okay. I will relay that to the team. To the team.
This is
just right in front of him.
This is gonna be a hard fight, everybody. Like Revenants, you don't fuck around with Revenants. They're gonna come back. They're worse than my dinner. They come back.
Listen to your filthy friend.
What if we're trying to make Strahd immortal? What if we're trying to make him back into a mortal?
There is no such power that can do this.
Is Tatiana
you are
and
speaking lies?
They are, yeah. But they're kind of keeping their distance. Ismark is basically sticking as close to Tatiana as he can. He's no longer kind of gung-ho, I'm going to fight by Xeros' side, and he's more like, I am not leaving Tatiana's side again.
Okay.
Can I stand? I'm gonna stand next to Xeros, and can I say,
Sure.
Stand down. There's 7 of us and 1 of you. You might be strong, but our combined strength is stronger than you.
I sense no bonds of loyalty. Perhaps between some, but not between all. I will take my chances with those odds. This sword was given to me. I will not relinquish it.
I'm guessing your name's Vladimir, right?
I am Vladimir Horngard, Knight of the Silver Dragon, and I swore vengeance. It will not be denied me.
Okay.
What if we use the sword to avenge your master, Argonvosthalt?
Such a petty vengeance would not satisfy me, creature. I wish to watch Strahd suffer for another 1,000 lifetimes. One death would not avenge all that he has done, all that he has broken, all that he has taken.
Do you not see that in your reckless vengeance what you're doing to your people? You are making them suffer.
I do not care. I want him to suffer as I have suffered, as my knight suffered, as my master suffered. What do I care for the cowards of Barovia that did nothing to stand against him? Those who flocked to his banner and joined his armies, who swore their souls to him in allegiance. What do I care for such pathetic creatures?
Sounds like Xeros. I don't say that. He is not going to listen to reason. But
1,000 lifetimes of suffering in Barovia is not what he deserves. He could get infinite suffering in Avernus. Something that Asmodeus will guarantee it him.
I do not know this Asmodeus. What are you speaking of, strange creature?
A bond I have made. A partner that will allow us to defeat Strahd appropriately.
No such power exists. I do not trust your words.
I'll set my sword alight.
A pretty trick. Nothing more. Some foul sorcery. When I was alive, I could conjure the flames of the Morning Lord just as easy.
Fair enough, then.
Can you not summon this puppet master of yours?
God, I don't think
It's in his best interest, is it not, to claim this sword? Show him it. And reveal him.
I mean...
What you speak is true, and you won't need to bring me physical proof. Something that I can see and believe, truly. Not some honeyed words or magic trick.
What about the mark on her chest?
Yeah.
Point at
Some
Tatiana.
scarring, what do I care for this?
Look at his eyes. He has been marked by Asmodeus. Do you not see that?
Your words. These are all but petty tricks by petty fool. I have seen Strahd turn his eyes to purest night. I have seen the greatest holy warriors inflame themselves with silver fire. Magic can do many things. Creature. But I will not believe that any greater punishment awaits Strahd than his torment here, than his prison. He will rot here. There is no escape for him. This game has been played too many times. He will rot here forever. And I am happy to see that as justice.
Kind of puts his sword down, no longer pointing it at you, but still keeping it in his grip.
You are clearly frightened to find me. I will not relinquish this sword, and even if you destroy my body, I will find another and come for it again and again and again until you are dead. Leave. If you are not from this world, then I tell you, find a way to escape it. Leave Barovia to its suffering.
I'm gonna
Describe
walk away. Sorry, not talk away.
Yes.
To
Talk away,
Tatiana.
yeah. Can you describe the sword for me again, Mark?
Yeah, it's a great sword. So long, kind of edged blade. It has two wings of a dragon, like dragon's wings for the hilt. A neck with a dragon's head forming up the core of the blade, and then the pommel is that of a silver claw holding an opal.
Tatiana, do you know of this Vladimir?
Yes, I have vague memories. He is, as he said, he was once the champion of the Silver Dragon, Argonvosthalt. He led the knights here. No doubt those that reside in the other rooms are what remain of his order. He was a brave and holy warrior once, of the Morning Lord. He fought against Strahd, resisted him, in his conquering of Barovia. But now I can see that, like so many things, Barovia has turned him into a twisted creature of hate and darkness.
There's nothing in him that you would help remind him of.
I have no magic of that nature, I'm afraid. Yes, but I know to perform, to sing, to conjure a few spells of charm and things like that. But this This is a dead heart. This is not a living creature anymore. This is but a husk, a dead husk of a man who was once great. I think that perhaps you all have greater hope of that than I.
I think we should look around a bit more. Revenants,
sword is
they're bad
right there.
news. I don't know. It looks like a dragon sword to me. He's part of the, Silver Dragon Order? You want the Sword of Sunlight, right?
Are they not one and the same?
I don't know. I would have just thought that would be the thing that Argonvosthalt...
Doesn't look like it.
I just think that's a sword that Argonvosthalt, the master of this place, would have, right? If I was a master, if I was a dragon...
This sword was given to me by my master Argonvost. He enchanted it with his magic.
Is it the Sword of Sunlight?
I do not know of what you speak. His blade has no sunlight to it. It is magical.
Can it do the radiant thing?
It has no radiance to it. I was once able to conjure my own holy light through it, but it has no magic of its own in that nature. Its edge is sharp. It will cut through flesh and bone as easy through hot wax.
I don't want to get hit by that.
What about when Strahd escapes the cycle and leaves Barovia?
There is no such power. He cannot. The dark powers keep him trapped here.
He's found a way.
Lies. It is not possible.
You want to take that risk?
There is no risk. The dark powers have kept Strahd here trapped for thousands, hundreds of years. There is no such power. They are the only power here in Barovia, and they will not let him leave. Again, more lies, more trickery. Are you so desperate for this weapon?
Come closer. See if I'm lying.
I am no fool. I know a tactical advantage when I have one.
He just keeps himself guarded.
There's still another
look
floor
at you.
above this one, yeah?
You haven't seen any stairs leading up yet, but from the outside there were towers. There are like physical towers that rise up higher. You're not sure if there's a whole floor, but there's probably a roof with towers to explore.
Okay.
I don't want to get entangled with a Revenant unless we have to.
Another Vistani servant of Strahd, but a clever one.
I don't serve him.
I find that hard to believe when so many of your people do. Many times they have come here to plunder treasures for the Master, seeking his approval.
Well, they aren't me, so... It's been a pleasure, but we're going to ransack the rest of your place. Thank you. And I'm going to walk away.
It is nothing but a ruin now, anyway.
He just turns and begins making his way back to his throne.
Okay. I'm going to continue looking.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's have a look around before we fight the scary dude.
Okay.
Sure.
Man,
Get a
it's
drop
so
on him,
awkward
yeah.
when you come back down
Nice
the corridor.
sword, though.
Sorry,
You.
yeah, we are killing you.
Yeah, turns out
maybe.
this is gotta happen, dude. Sorry.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Let's rumble.
Where do you want to go?
We done goofed.
I'll head south.
Yeah, there's a corridor that leads south. There's one that leads the way that you were originally going. Jesper, as you go south, again, it turns into a T-junction. you see the same thing. You see the black curtain over the staircase that you would have come up from if you'd gone from the southern side, and then there is another door at the far end of the corridor that seems to lead into another building. There is also a lot of more broken buildings. This is the side of the mansion that you'd already been collapsed. You saw that the ballroom below had completely collapsed and the ceiling had fallen in. You imagine that the rooms here will be the same, where they've kind of collapsed and broken away.
Well, is anyone following?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't appear to be.
Much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't
Yeah,
move.
yeah.
I can't
That's
move
fine,
my
though.
person, but I'm following you.
All right, we're all together.
Okay. Everyone's
I
following.
We go left from here, this way. Everything else is in the ruin or back on itself.
Okay, so you begin heading right. Yeah, you can see another door at the end of the corridor. Go on, Rose.
From just generally trying to keep my bearings from where we went, would I have sort of a sense of where those towers would have been from viewing the building outside and from where we previously were in the building?
Yeah, so they would have been, they'd be north of you now. You've kind of actually come a bit south. So where you were before you entered the room with Vladimir, if you'd continued going along east and then gone through the doors to the north, that would have been going in the direction of that tower.
Is there another tower to the south? Or is it just
there
that
is not
one tower?
Nope, there's two, but they're both on the northern side.
Okay.
There would have been a tower, that room where all of the knights turned around, the knights that were sat around the table. There was another tower attached to that room as well. You would have known.
I will relay this information. I think we need to go back on ourselves. If we're trying to get to a tower, we're going the wrong way to it. And I know that one of those towers, the one that was closer to the mausoleum, was the one that Shadow saw a figure in.
Oh.
That could have been that dragon in human form. It looked like him from the portrait.
The curtain then.
So it would have been basically... Sorry, I moved you there. So you would come back up through the way that you just came. And then this corridor up here, you would continue going to the right, and then through that set of doors that you've not explored yet would be the way that you've gone.
Okay. I glare at the corpse dude as we go past him, the Revenant.
But he's not even looking in your direction anymore. He's sat in his throne looking out the windows, so he's kind of got his back to you, but he can hear you. Every time you move through that corridor, your feet are kind of scraping against the debris and the broken beams and the mud and puddles that have been created by this collapsed roof. But you emerge out, and there's another reinforced wooden door that seems to lead into a room.
Cool, I'll try it.
You think it's through here?
Sure. Yeah, the door is not locked. It opens up. It is an iron door. In fact, it's been forced open as you approach it. You can see that it's been bent and twisted. It's closed over time, but it isn't very hard to just sort of push the door open. It looks like it would have once been quite an impressive, reinforced, sturdy door. When it opens, you can see that this room is a haven for dust and cobwebs. 3 narrow windows allow slivers of light to illuminate bare oak shelves along the walls, and a torn, padded chair lying on its side near a cavernous hearth. A picture above the mantel has been slashed, its lower half hanging down below the frame like a torn piece of flesh. An iron door set in the south corner of the west wall opens on one hinge. That is what you guys see in here.
Okay.
You can see that apart from this overturned chair, these empty bookshelves, it looks like. There is also a door to the northeast that seems to lead into the area where that tower was, or that Shadow saw. But there's also you see like this empty fireplace. There is the overturned chair, and then there's some sort of broken into chamber as well, with the door swinging ajar.
Well,
What does...
he wasn't lying. It's been plundered over the years. Let's hope this sword is not already in different hands.
What does the portrait look like? Like, if you... I guess...
Yeah, so Dog's Body goes up and sort of like presses it flat to see what it was. The picture shows Argonvosthalt in better days. Under clear winter skies with snow-capped mountains in the background, the top of the chapel tower glows like a silver beacon. It's very exquisite, beautifully painted. The work of somebody who loved this place deeply.
Top of the chapel tower. Glowing.
Yep, silver beacon.
Interesting.
You can see that it's been slashed by a sword. The painting has been cut purposely by a sword, and then it's dripped and drooped.
Based on where we are right now, do we have any sense of where the top of the chapel is from our location?
Yeah, it'd be to the south west from where you guys currently are now.
Right.
So wait,
In the
this
other
tower.
bottom
Zeke will be
corner.
looking at the painting.
This tower
So
is
it'd be the chapel is sort of in this direction. I'll ping it on the map. So it's
Southeast.
southwest of where you currently are. Southeast.
Right.
Let me get my east and west mixed up. Yeah. You see, there's probably the other thing of note is that there is a book. One book is left. The solitary remaining volume from the now empty bookshelves. It's on the floor behind the overturned chair that Zeke's nearby. That's the only thing that really seems to be left.
There's a book down here. After the Tome of Strahd, I don't want to deal with any more books. Just
Alright,
I'd let
take a
you
look at
know.
it. We'll take a look at it.
I feel a slight
Yeah,
pang of
you
guilt.
reach over, you pick it up, Rose, and you can see that the book has been partially burnt and its cover's been slashed by a sword as well. But it was titled The Oath Celestial. If you begin flicking through the crumbling pages, it reveals it's a devotional text for knights from a place called the Holy Empire of Valentia. It seems to be kind of a book of passage rites to be inducted into a holy order of knights. As you begin flicking through it, you hear the soft flapping of wings. You can't quite determine where from, and a single piece of parchment blows off the top of the bookshelf. It spins lazily in the air, and it lands at Zeke's feet.
Oh, I'll pick it up. I suppose it's interesting.
Sure.
I'll have a look.
Yeah. Zeke.
Hesitantly, like it's a.
There you go. So yeah, you begin reading it through. What's everyone else doing while Zeke's reading that?
Watching intently.
Sure.
Yeah, pretty much. I think I'm also just trying to, because I'm just following like Rose. I'm just trying to figure out where the top of the chapel is from where we currently are. If we have to go back again, backtracking some more, or up the tower, or whatever.
So yeah, southeast basically. Although you're not sure if you'll be able to access the chapel because you are now sort of 2 stories above the chapel level. You're not sure if it goes up that high. But there was 2 doors. There were 2 doors leading southeast from before you entered this room.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything else? Anything from anyone else? What's Dog's Body looking at? What's...
Probably Zeke.
Sure. Okay.
Likes paper.
I think
Paper's good.
Rhiannon's
Woods.
reading desperately the thing that I shared with her. You can just read it out loud if you want, Zeke. If you could just be like, I'm just going to read it out loud. Sure.
Yeah, I'll read it out loud.
Okay.
This is odd. It says, "My knights have fallen, and this land is lost. The armies of my enemy will not be stopped by sword or spell, claw or fang. Today I will die, not avenging those who have fallen, but defending that which I love, this valley, this home, and the ideals of the Order of the Silver Dragon. The evil surround me. The time has come to throw off this guise, and those who these heathens my true fearsome form. Let it spark terror in their hearts. Let them tell their stories of a dark triumph against the protector of the Balinock Mountains. Let Argonvost be remembered as a dragon of honour and valour. My one regret is that my remains will not lie in their rightful place, in the hallowed mausoleum of Argonvosthalt. No doubt my bones will be scattered among my enemies, like the coins of a plundered hoard, trophies of a hard-won victory. I do not fear death, though my body will die. My spirit will live on. Let it serve as a beacon of light against the darkness. Let it bring hope to a land wrought with despair. Now to battle.
And as you speak the last words, Ziki, the painting, there's like a gust of wind that rushes through the room. The painting flies up and kind of lays itself flat, almost looking formed again, but this jagged cut just means that it falls back down once the wind dies down. And you think that there's a brief moment where once it was all full, the painting almost seemed to shimmer with magic, and then it faded once it was parted.
Books in this place, I swear. No! What does it mean? What does it mean?
Spirit of Argonvosthalt. Might be the dragony sighs we've been hearing since I've been here. Or that could just be the voice inside my head. I don't know. I got loads.
I think we've all heard the dragon type noises, so...
Oh, good. That's a relief.
Not you.
That's good to know. Good to know. Chalk that one up.
So it almost looked like it purposely went towards the painting, right?
As soon as Ziki spoke those words, this wind rushed through the room from the open doorway that you guys opened, and the painting, like the loose flap of parchment, was suddenly laid flat like it was whole again. And when it was laid flat like it was whole, it seemed to shimmer briefly with magic. And then as soon as the wind died down and it fell away, that magic faded.
I'm going to mage hand that piece back into its place again.
So as you kind of hold it up, the mage hand is not enough to quite fully hold it in place, but Tatiana, Ireena, comes up behind you, and she begins this very soft lament, like singing this very gentle song, and another hand joins yours, and it holds the rest of the painting in place. And as she sings this very delicate, very soft whispered song, the beacon in the picture flashes with a brilliant silver light, and the spectral form of a silver dragon fills the room from the fireplace in a kind of whooshing, rushing sound. This silvery ghost becomes apparent.
My skull lies in the fortress of my enemy, displaced in a place of ill omen. Return my skull to its rightful crypt, and my spirit will shine here forever, bringing hope to this dark land.
And then the dragon seems to shrink down, and it takes the form of a very delicate but quite regal looking nobleman. Big, tall, white hair kind of swooping back, matching the description of the man that Shadow saw in the tower. And he just looks really sadly, his eyes lingering for just a moment on Ziki's before the spirit fades away.
Argonvost?
The name just echoes through the room.
His skull. That's not what the sword is.
No, it's just another thing that we should do before we leave Barovia. Return his skull to the mausoleum.
Maybe it will aid us in our fight against Strahd. Another light in the darkness, like the spirit said.
Yes.
Who
should
are
do
the
it.
enemies? Where's their fortress?
I'm guessing, given old Vladimir's hatred for Strahd, maybe that's what this castle fell to, was the forces of Strahd. He mentioned that he lost someone he loved. What was that? If that was his master, maybe?
Anything else from anyone? Anyone doing anything? Zeros? All this kind of unfolds. Are you interested in anything, or focus more on the chapel?
I think, I mean, I've got no idea about Argonvost, his enemies, the mountains. Like, I'm just like, we could get the skull, maybe. And if that's what gets us a sword, sure. If
I
it
like
doesn't,
skulls.
Sure.
yeah.
Cool.
I think
Yeah.
I think the sword could still be here. We should continue. We should look in the turrets. If it's not in here, then the skull is the next thing we need to look for. But it still could be here. The skull would put him to rest, which is another goal, but not necessarily the one we need right now.
We keep searching here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rose, do you have anywhere you want to search in particular? You have there's 2 doors that lead to the southeast. There's one that goes south, and then one directly east from the corridor you're currently in. I'm just going to move Jesper back in so you can see properly. So you have a door to the east and a door to the south. Which would you like to check out if you would like to keep moving?
The east, I think, because the turrets
yeah.
were in the north, so going too far south wouldn't.
This door?
Yeah.
Yep. So when you open that one, I'll sort out the map in a minute, but it leads into a round-topped wooden door, opens to reveal a spiral staircase that leads up.
Nice.
Okay.
Promising.
It does. If you wish to continue going up, this will be the way to do it. But yeah, this staircase, if you begin all following it up, leads up to... I'm just trying to scroll through now. A doorway opens at the top of the stairs. It doesn't lead any further up. I'll put you guys in the actual turret itself momentarily, but it does lead you to the doorway that leads out. You see it opens onto the roof of the mansion itself. There is a large hole in the very middle of it. That is the hole that was above where you met Vladimir. But you can see that the tower has tall battlements all surrounding it. There are even there's a couple of working ballistae to the north that you can see. But the thing that would probably draw your attention is to the east of you, there is a small sort of bridge over the chapel roof that leads into another tower that leads up. And you can see that there is an old... like watch beacon, a big brazier, like metal brazier, housed inside like an open-aired turret at the very top of this beacon. As you stare out onto it, I'm just going to kind of move.
Cool.
Leave Jesper out. Actually,
I mean, that's pretty much the place, right?
yeah.
Yes.
And then I'll have everyone else kind of still inside.
The big dragon, the last battle, came out of this hole in a very epic fashion.
It certainly looks like something. Well, I think that this is caved in, so I think it looks like something fell in here,
slammed through.
Maybe.
Right. Interesting.
Maybe.
Over here. The peak over there. Over the chapel.
Yeah, you can see that there is a doorway that leads into a turret that leads up. A big, thick, heavy, sturdy wooden door set into the eastern tower.
Cool.
This has to be
Let's do it.
the highest point.
As you all start rushing your way across, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask everybody to roll initiative.
Just out of nowhere.
We're fighting a roof.
Yeah, we're fighting the roof.
No,
It's our biggest
the roof.
enemy.
The biggest enemy ever.
Staircases, corridors, and roofs.
Roofers everywhere.
I think I might just theater of the mind this one because the Roll20 is really struggling. Zeke, initiative, please.
2.
2. Jesper.
18.
18. Rose.
19.
19. Zeros.
6.
6. Dragon Twins really reacting quick.
Back at it again.
Ireena, I have to roll 4. Ireena is going at 14. And Dog's Body.
10.
10. And I forgot to add Ismark, so I will add him in a minute. Okay, Rose, as the group of you begin rushing your way towards this turret leading up, you become very acutely aware of 2 spectral figures flanking this main tower leading up to this turret beacon. There are 2 smaller towers attached to it, and from thin arrow slits windows, you see 2 ghostly warriors, like the ones that you fought before, but these 2 have bows, and they are firing down towards this little narrow bridge that you're about to cross to reach the doorway. Tom, you know that bit in Dark Souls where those knights hit you while you're trying to run up the thing? Yeah.
Thought so.
Yeah.
Sounds annoying.
And yeah, they're just aiming down, and these, you don't see, like, the 2 turrets that are attached. There's no way to get to them from where you are without jumping across about 20 foot, and then you'd be, on flat turrets. Like, you'd have to climb up flat stone to reach these turrets as they're looking at you. But it is Rose, you are the first to act. I would say that if everybody's around the door, you've got about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet to the wooden door of the turret that leads up.
Can I run to the turret?
Yeah. So Rose, you just will make a run for it across before the archers manage to let loose a volley. You get to the door, and it is jammed or barred or secured in some way. It's going to need to be probably broken down.
Okay. Can I, as my action, maybe make some kind of a check to barge, to try and put as much strength behind it as I can?
Yeah, the athletics
Ayla
check.
when you need her.
Athletics check if you want to try and break it down in one go. The other one is you could just try destroying the door. You could literally be like hacking the door apart to get through it. But if you want to try and just shoulder barge it.
15 plus 4, so 19.
19?
Just
even with
barging.
a 19, you feel like you slam into this thing, but this thick reinforced wooden door just kind of bounces you back. You hear like wood snap and crack. You've probably done some damage to it, but not enough to fully break through it, unfortunately, as you're going to smash into it. But any bonus actions?
Zeros could really do with your help here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jesper, you are the next one to go.
They're 30 feet from us.
The door is 30 feet from you.
The archers.
They are about... Sorry, I'm just looking because I'm trying to look at the map as well where they are. So the turret roughs are about 80 feet above ground level. So they're about 20 feet up from you guys. But then they're about 5, 10, 15, 20 feet away from the ledge of the roof as well.
Are they within 30 feet?
They are within 30 feet, yeah. As long as it's a ranged attack, you obviously won't be able to move up to them.
I'm going to try and cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on one of them.
Okay.
Just to subdue
is that
one
a
of them.
charmed effect?
It is a... I don't know.
Read the spell out for us.
It's a wisdom saving throw. Or fall prone. A creature of your choice that you can see within range perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls into a fit of laughter if this spell affects it. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration. A creature with an intelligence score of 4 or less isn't affected. So that's the only stipulation.
Huh. That's interesting. Even says a charmed effect. How hilarious.
Ho ho.
Yeah. I mean, it's an enchantment spell, but that doesn't mean it's a charm effect. So yeah, they have to make a saving throw. Okay.
13 to beat.
13 to beat. It's irrelevant as I roll a 17, I'm afraid. So this ghostly apparition, just the humor of whatever hilarious joke you're about to tell, just does not seem to reach it in its undead state.
I will run towards this door. Actually, I'm going to stand to the side because I'm noticing Rose trying to bash
slamming
it
into it,
clearing a path, so to speak, but trying to duck behind one of the wall. The fucking wall.
Yeah, unfortunately, because they are 20 feet above, these walls don't offer you much protection, but yeah, you kind of duck down next to one.
Try and stay small.
Ireena will move into the doorway, kind of not wanting to put herself in danger. She will move herself into the doorway of the turret that you just came from and try and get herself cover. She's also gesturing like, Ziki, get out of range, come on, and is gesturing to kind of step inside. And she will she can't really do that much. She will instead kind of begin singing this almost like a war song, like there's this primal sort of choral music that she begins kind of like singing, and it's this rising adrenaline filling war song, and she's bardic inspirationing for Xeros.
Forgiveness, can you imagine?
So you have a d6 forgiveness. Can you imagine? It's quiet upstairs as the two archers, sensing Rose and Jasper are going to attempt to break down the door. In fact, actually, no. I'd say Rose is too hard of an angle for them to hit. So one will fire at Jasper, and the other one will fire at... Oh, let me roll a d6. Dog's Body or Ziki? 1 to 3 Ziki, 4 or 6 Dog's Body. 4 6 Dog's Body. So Dog's Body and Jasper, they take is it 2 shots each? I don't know actually. They're slightly different. Oh yes, 2 shots each. That is a 19 to hit you, Jasper, with the first one.
Yeah.
And a 7 to hit you on the second one.
No.
Okay, you take 4 points of force damage as one of these spectral arrows kind of slams into your shoulder. Dog's Body, 6 to hit you.
No.
20 to hit you.
No.
Yes.
No.
3 points of force damage as a spectral arrow kind of slams, passing, almost phasing through your body, but sapping some of your strength as it does so. Dog's Body.
No. Can I run up and slam the door, please?
So you just want to try and break it down with pure strength rather than attacking it?
Yeah, why not? I have advantage on athletics. Trying to figure out
Is that
why.
all the time?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think it's all the time. I think you do get it, but not right now.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna roll. That is a 17 on strength.
Same with the Rose. Like, you kind of slam into it, you feel it buckle, cracking a few of the boards, but still holding firm. You slam your body against it.
Because I get extra attack, can I, like, body slam it again?
You wouldn't have the momentum to body slam it again, but I'd let you make an attack with your axe if you want to try and chop parts of it down.
Okay, I'm gonna yeah, okay, so that is a 17 plus 6, 18, 19, 20.
Yeah, that will hit the door.
3. I hit the door. And then that is a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of
so
great axe.
The axe comes swinging down, and like The Shining, parts of the door begin splintering away as the axe kind of breaks through. You've done some significant damage, but the door is still standing firm. You've made like a good chunk out of it, but still locked in. Anything else on your turn?
Bonus action. No, that's fine.
So you and Rose are currently right in front of the door. Nobody else can get to the door now while you're in front of it.
Enjoy that, Xeros.
Cool. Well, I mean, I was like scraping my foot across the floor, like, but now I can't get to it. So,
well, you could.
Also,
you just have to push Rose or Dog's Body off the roof.
Or through the door. I could use them as a battering ram.
Yeah.
Sure.
I will instead use what ranged I have. I forgot I have this. I've got Scorching Ray, so I want to use that.
You've got it back. You only get it back after a long rest, but you have had a long rest since you used it.
Yeah. I just didn't refresh it. I will use this 3 attacks on. I guess I'll direct them to all 3 on one person, but if one of them dies, I'll redirect it onto the other one.
As a note, because I don't want you to waste it, they are firing from these really thin arrow slits, so any attacks coming in, it has significant cover against.
That does.
They're in a prime position to shoot down on people on the roof.
I can't get to the door, so I may as well try.
Okay, sure. So you kind of leverage He Who Grins up, and in the gap between the 2 blades, this thin beam of fire begins to emerge and project like outwards.
Mag cannon or something like that. First one is just a 15 to hit.
15 to hit. These guys have 3/4 cover, which gives them a +5 to their AC. That is not enough. It scorches the outside stone of the turret.
Dang it. Let's try again. Oh my god, it's a nat 20.
That will still hit. Yep, sure.
Which is something.
So 2d6 max,
something.
and then another 2d6. So 12 plus 2d6.
Another 6. So 18 on one of these boys.
18 points of damage. So you see the flames kind of like burn through this tiny arrow slit, and you can see the creature kind of, as parts of it are being burnt away, this ectoplasmic mist being scorched and singed.
And then the final one?
Third one.
Bleh. 9.
This one, again, the aim, just trying to get it through this tiny window is proving extremely difficult as you do that. Anything else, Xeros, on your turn?
That's me. I mean, am I behind cover on this pillar? I am, aren't I?
If you move up to there, you will have cover from at least one of them, yes.
Okay. Instead,
the
I will
turret
go in
where
front of
Ireena
Ziki.
is currently hiding. Okay. So you move in front of Ziki. Ziki, your turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move just like here, so I'm like right underneath the turret.
Next to Ireena and Ismark.
Yeah. Can I cast Infestation on the one that Xeros injured?
Oh, sure, yeah. Give us read that out. I don't know how it works.
Sounds gross.
So it's a con 13 save throw. On a succeed, the target takes 2d6 poison damage and moves 5 feet in a random direction determined by a d4.
Okay, I can tell you now, this creature is undead, so the poison does not affect it. So even you can see all these bugs trying to crawl through its body, but there's nothing there, so the swarms of flies and gnats just kind of pass through it without any effect. This particular creature is immune to poison, and it is undead.
Okie dokie.
I'm afraid to say, Ziki, I'm sorry. You can continue movement, right. Bonus actions.
Let's see what bonus. I think I'm good for bonus. I haven't got any things left. Okay. Yeah, I'm good.
So like you and Ireena are kind of hugging one of these turrets, giving you cover from one of these archers. The other one can still draw a good line of fire to you. Ismark basically moves up to the two of you and puts himself in front, and he doesn't have a shield, but he's kind of using his weapons and trying to block you as best as he can. But yeah, cool. That's Ismark's turn. Rose, you are at the door. You can see that Dog's body has already taken weapons to it. What would you like to do?
I don't know if I've got a short sword. Will that do much in comparison to an axe?
It won't be as effective as a slashing weapon. So bludgeoning and slashing weapons would be better at breaking down a door. A piercing weapon would not be as good, but you could try.
I will try and barge the door again.
So you could effectively get Jesper to move out the way, back 16, up, and then charge at it 17, again. 18, 19, 20. Unnatural. 20 is the number you needed. So with one, you kind of, with the damage done by yourself and Dog's body previously, you kind of push Jesper out of the way, take another running start, and as you slam into it this time, whatever bar had been set to brace the door the damage that Dog's Body's axe has broken it. You splinter it, and the door slams open. Can you make a dex saving throw, Rose? As your momentum carries you through the door, you see that there is a railing because the turret just drops down into the chapel below.
Great.
Make a dex save for me.
17. I rolled a 10. I have a +7 to dex saves.
Nice.
So Dog's Body, as you're like, you begin reaching out for Rose. She catches herself on this railing, and you kind of stop yourself from tumbling straight off and falling down into the church below. Inside, you can see that there is a stone staircase that leads up. There is no windows or doors into the two side turrets, but you can see that this spiral staircase, leads up. Thank you, Chris Trott, for showing the inside of that.
Okay, I will. Well, I'm in there, so I'll start making my way.
Yeah, you can start making your way up there for sure. Cool. Jesper, following?
I'll duck inside and follow.
Sure.
Maybe even. Yeah, I'll just catch up, I think. Making space for everyone else to follow on behind.
Well, so with enough movement, you can get to Rose. You could dash up to the top if you so chose to.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
all the way.
So you are over here, Jesper, in a separate little tower. You can see that here, Jesper, as you go further up, there are two doors that seem to lead into the side turrets and head down to where those spectral arches were as you emerge at the top of the stairs. That's pretty much going to be the end of your movement in that spot, Jesper.
Right. Okay.
Right, Ireena, seeing the door is open, will basically take a moment, and then she will dash through, just kind of running past everybody, calling for Zeke and Ismark to follow. The spectral warriors, however, they disappear from the turrets as they pass through the walls and emerge, Rose, inside the tower where you guys are, as they just phase through the walls, whoosh, drawing spectral blades.
Oh, it's that floor, not where I am.
Yeah, they've not appeared. No, they've appeared below you. It looks like the doors that you're by, Trot, would be in the upper level of the towers they were in. So it looks like you could use them to go down, but and they will make an attack, one against Rose and one against Ireena. 2 attacks each, sorry. So Rose, 16 to hit you. Just. That's 8 points of force damage. The next attack is only an 7 to hit you, so you kind of manage to leap out of the way of that one. The ones against Ireena, that one is a hit. That's like 22. The next one is a miss. Ireena takes 9 points of damage herself as well, as she's struck by one of these force blades. Dog's Body.
Yeah, I'll shout, "Come on, dragons!" And then turn into the tower. And I'm right next to the ghosties.
You're next to Ireena and the one fighting Ireena, basically.
Okay. Can I bonus action?
Technically, you're next to the one fighting Rose as well.
My Crimson Right to make my blade magical. I know it's probably immune, or whatever, but to cold. But I want my blade to be magical.
That's probably very wise.
Yeah, so I will slice myself with my axe, turning it all icy. Love my dramatic descriptions. And then I will start hacking at the one in front of Ireena. So that's a 12,
Go for
17 plus 6, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Yeah. That definitely hits. This is the one that you can see part of it has been burnt away by Xeros's Scorching Ray.
I rolled a 2, but with Great Weapon Master, I can roll that again on a 1 and a 2.
Sure.
I think.
Okay.
I rolled a 4 plus 4. 4 is 8, and I'm guessing no cold damage.
No cold damage, but the strike does hit true, and it cleaves through parts of its body, sending mists dissipating. Just like the spectral warriors you fought before when you were caught in the trap. These are basically the same creatures. Is that it? Just one attack?
No, I'm going to attack again. I rolled a 14 plus 6 is a 20, unnatural 20.
That will hit. Yep.
I rolled a 10 plus 4, 14.
14. This one nearly cleaves the spirit in twain, but just enough of it is left to present this kind of like floating thin husk of a creature, still capable of striking, but heavily wounded from how wounded a spectral warrior can be. But yeah, anything else?
No, that's all I got.
Okay, Xeros, your turn. Ireena and Dog's Body are sadly sort of still in the way as they block the entrance into the turret, but you can move through their space.
Yeah, can I move into a space where I can, like, still hit the ghosty?
You could, but you'd be basically in between both of them right by the landing. So you'd kind of like charge through Dog's Body, kind of maybe shoving him a little out of the way, and then you're right in between the two of them with one on either side.
I thought one of them died.
No, one of them is just barely alive. Yeah, very close.
Well, in that case, I want to attack the one that's very alive and use a sweeping attack to hit the one that's barely alive.
Okay, sure.
Also, bonus action sword up. You know,
sure.
Fiery sword
I'm
up.
I'm just going to move you over, Trot, so you can see what's going on.
Okay, so he who grins. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Unnatural 20.
That's a hit.
17 slashing and 5 fire damage.
Yes.
Also,
so this strike, the one fighting Rose, as it turns to try and strike Rose, you plunge He Who Grins into its back, spin it out, and then the sweeping attack hits the creature beside it.
Sweeping attack does. Do I re-roll this too? Because I've got great weapon fighting as well.
No, because it's not. It's not the damage of the weapon. It's a different type of damage, I believe. I'm going to rule it that way. Somebody will correct me, I'm sure, but right now in this instance, I'm going to say no. It is a different type of damage roll.
It does say damage dice with melee weapons wielded with 2 hands. So I mean,
right, but this isn't the damage die of the weapon. This is a ability you have that's dealing a damage.
Okay. Yeah. So I do 2 to this dude then.
That's how I'm ruling it on this. I'm probably wrong, and if somebody can point me where it says like, nope, Great Weapon Master does apply to things like Battle Master techniques, I'm happy to be corrected. But my interpretation is the Great Weapon Master applies to the damage roll of the weapon, not anything like you wouldn't get to re-roll the flame damage if it was a 1 or a 2. This kind of works in the same function.
Oh, okay. So I did it okay.
Oh.
In that.
I mean,
yeah, you did it fine, Kim. Yeah, you did it correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, 2 to that guy. So.
Just 2.
The weaker guy. Yeah.
Second attack.
That's me. Nope, don't have multi-attack anymore.
Oh, that's true. You don't have multi-attack anymore, do you?
No,
Zeke.
No.
Curious.
I'm going to run in. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, it's busy in here.
It's very busy. Sorry, I'm just going to move you. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
So you kind of have to squeeze past Ireena to kind of get in the corner of this little turret room. But you can see one heavily injured spectre on one side of your brother, and then on the other side is this, still damaged. You can see part of its form has been dissipated, but it's still fighting strong.
Can I cast Sacred Flame on the one near Rose? Civil Clay?
You can. You are now next to a hostile creature, which means you have disadvantage. Or is it a saving throw for Sacred Flame?
It's a saving. It's a dex save throw.
In that case, I have to make it, and I fail. That's a 3.
Nice. So that is a 2d8 radiant damage. A 6.
6 points of radiant damage. As you call out, Lyra's spirit guides your hand, and this golden light kind of escapes and burns part of the one fighting Rose away. Anything else?
No, that is me good. Thank you.
Okay, well, as it is, what do you guys think? Do you want to just do quickly one more round of combat? Because I think you'll probably win. Yeah. Or because it is 10. Should we just do one more?
Yeah, I mean, we can finish it up.
Yeah, should we just finish it up? Because I think one more round will finish this off for you guys. Rose.
Dust, maybe.
Hello.
Hello.
Is the one next to me the one
you.
that's been badly damaged, or is it the one that's been...
it's the other one.
No, it's damaged.
It's still been damaged. It's still been injured. The Zeki's radiant energy definitely has caused damage to it.
I will bonus action Slayer's Prey, and I will stab it with my sword. Says.
It is too close for bow, but sword. Sure.
That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Nice.
So that
What
is.
damage is it normally? D6?
D6 plus 4. So
6 plus 4, 10, plus another D6.
10 plus another D6, which is a 3, so 13
Then Slayer's Prey.
on that.
Which technically
Then-
would also be critted. Your Slayer's Prey would max and roll again as well. 'Cause
Well,
it's
I
like
just
sneak
rolled
attack.
a 6 on my Slayer's Prey, so another
So
12.
that'd be 8 plus 6, so another 12. So what was it? 14 plus 12? Is that right?
13 plus 12.
13 plus 12, so 25. Halved because it is all non-magical. Half of 25 is
12.5.
12. So 12 in D&D terms because you round down. So even though your weapon barely can... The weapon doesn't seem to affect this creature as much, but knowing that, you purposely kind of swipe at it in certain locations to do as much damage as you possibly can with this non-magical weapon, and its form is nearly obliterated as you do. Like, you're pulling strands of mist and ectoplasm away, leaving this thin shred of a skeletal figure left.
And
Next attack.
my second attack. Ooh, 16 plus 7
That is a hit.
hit.
Easy.
So 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, but half
7 damage.
so not nearly as
enough.
good.
3 points of damage. Yeah, you having unleashed this flurry of strikes, the second one just doesn't have quite enough power to finish this creature off as you do so. Anything else, Rose or Jesper?
No, I'm done.
I'm going to move back. So you can hear the sounds of fighting from downstairs, Jesper, but you can also see that the turret continues up as well.
I'm going to go back down and just lunge for the closest thing.
That'll be the one next to Rose.
Right, I'm going to go in swangin'.
Mm-hmm.
So my rapier is going to do a 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
That is 6 piercing damage, half to 3.
That is enough as you strike forward with the rapier. Whatever form that was still remaining is dissipated and disrupted, and it vanishes before your eyes.
Nice.
This way. Zeros, dispatch him. And that is enough of a moral boost from a bard to be a bardic inspiration.
Oh yeah,
That's 2 he's now got. Yeah,
yeah, I forgot
you've got
about
2 of
that.
those now.
I'm so inspired.
And that's all
Cool.
I
Me
can
too.
give compliment-wise and bard-wise to Joss at this current state.
Sure.
So I'm going to run back
Ireena,
upstairs.
and then you start heading back upstairs. Cool. Well, we'll get to. I think we'll just do that. Yeah. Ireena on her turn will, with Zeke and everyone else there, she will. She can't thunderclap it. She will just strike at it with her own rapier. Sadly, missing. The tight quarters. She's not quite as adept at fighting in such cramped conditions. And her strike goes wide, leaving this creature to attack once more. And it will turn its attention to Zeke and strike twice. That is a 22 to hit Zeke
Yeah.
for 8 force damage, and then it will strike at Zeros with its second attack for a 21
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
for 10 force damage. And its death throws, it strikes at the 2 of you, trying to finish you off. Dog's body,
Yeah, I'm gonna keep whacking.
1 left. Sure.
Yeah, so that is a 7 plus a 6 is 13 to hit.
Not enough. It brings its spectral shield up, and your axe crashes against it. Just to check in, you took your Crimson Right damage as well, yeah?
Yeah, I took 3 points on that.
Yeah. 3 points. Cool.
18 plus 6, 18, 19, 20,
That
21, 22,
will
23,
hit.
24.
And you don't need to roll damage. It had 3 hit
Hey.
points left. So with one
7.
big final swoop, the first blow hits its shield. You bring the axe up again, and with a more powerful thing, it breaks the shield, passing through the spectre as you watch as the mist just begins to evaporate and the spectre is defeated. And now you are left in this tower. A rickety wooden landing and staircase clings to the walls of the tower, and it leads up to another landing about 20 feet above. You can see the floor of the chapel about 60 feet below. That is where we will end today, friends, with the winds of Barovia howling as this tower, perhaps your last place to look for the Sword of Sunlight, rests above you. And that's where we're going to end today's episode. What a good one. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
There's a lot happened.
Yeah.
That was a lot happening. There was a lot of cool RP and exploring Argonvost and
giggles.
And then a little cheeky combat. Lots of giggles. A lot of giggles. Yeah. No, that was a really good one. It was really nice to have the RP with the group at the start, but then having that interaction with Vladimir as well was really nice. Like seeing everyone's sort of approach.
Almost got all of us killed, I think. If we did get into a fight with the Revenant. Also, I did have a look into it, by the way.
I couldn't possibly say.
Well, let's be honest. Great weapon fighting, by the way, just as a heads up.
Yes. I don't know
It is weapon dice or attack dice that are associated with the weapon. So it is literally just my 2d6 and the 2d6 fire, nothing else. So not things like Divine Smite. Don't know why I would be looking that up.
There you go.
Laugh.
Cool. Nice. Cool. Well, thanks, friends. Any messages to read out? Tommy boy?
Let me have a little looky. Let me load that boy up.
A little looky.
While Roll20 recovers from another crash.
Let's not worry about that.
Looky.
Don't. Why? Oh my god,
crashes.
it's terrifying.
Firstly,
Nice.
We have one from Medlab Mama, which was at 1:33 in the morning, so not really in this stream, but I'll read it anyway.
Let's do that.
Hello from across the pond in the land of poutine and maple syrup, Canada. This is my first time donating, but I thought it was time since I've been watching Aroa since March. I love how you guys play our characters.
Welcome.
Keep up the great work, guys.
Thank you.
I know there wasn't a Strahd related one, but it's still a donation. We're very, very grateful
Absolutely.
for it. Alvarez5 with a message. Thank you very much. I will send to the others. Ligeratus. Hey, Rollers. Sorry for my absence as of late, so here's a poem. The shadow has fallen, and in its wake, darkness, deals made and trust strained. By a marking, an angel comes to chase the darkness into the light. Man.
Oh.
Cool.
Oh.
Spoopy.
Very
Oh.
cool.
Is that God's
Ligeratus.
body? Am I the angel?
Very good.
No. Nightjar.
No.
Yay.
New ship name for Zeros and Jesper. God damn it. Zipper. Pronounced Zipper. Chat.
What is it with you two always getting shipped together? What is? Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, there it is. There he is.
Gentlemen, first you had my curiosity. Now you have my
You
attention.
have my attention. Yes.
That's it. That's the best way to play Strahd. And I love it.
There you go. It's Zipper, spelled Xipper. So look forward to those novels coming out on the internet.
Fan art.
Wait,
Varys
this-
working on fan art.
Yeah. Varys with a donation, no message. Thank you very much. Mila BK. VOD squad for me today and Sunday as I'm packing up to move and start my second year at college. Just wanted to stop in and say thank you to Ree for inspiring me with your haircut as I've lost all self-control and shaved my head.
Yes.
Best way.
Amazing.
Best way.
Very, very
Definitely
happy.
a way to keep
Very
cool.
happy for you. Yes, rock it.
Yeah.
Chop it all
Amazing.
Ravager 4. Another Thursday, another dose of Strahd. Things just keep getting more intense. A part of me wonders if Zeros/Jesper animosity might end up like the whole Taran/Tolshank thing. Here's your chance for revenge,
we gone bang.
Tom.
I know.
Yeah, we've already established that. We'll bang, okay?
Man, Ree wasn't there for that. Christ. That was probably the tensest, like, most amazing at the table moment I think we've had in High Rollers, where it was just like that realization of like what you were both trying to do and how you were gonna like screw each other over was amazing.
Yeah, we were both working towards it, like the same goal, and that same goal was
screwing the other one over.
Please watch it.
Awesome.
Such an emo character.
That's great.
And also, Serial Jester, Jesper purposefully left Zeros to bleed out on the floor. Zeros was, after all, trying to keep the party together, and Jesper betrayed that trust. That's a strong act of evil. So now he gets the Zeros he deserves. Fucking
new merch ideas.
He'd already
Team
done some
Jesper,
shit.
Team Zeros. Which one are you? Are you Team Zeros or are you Team Jesper? Team
I
Dog
saw-
To
Body.
be honest,
Team Zyper.
I've seen a lot of
he rolled a
Team
1.
Zeros in chat today.
He did roll a one.
he would have been fine. Like Zeke
Zeke
was
would have
literally
healed
right there,
Yeah.
but he rolled a 1 like that.
Yeah, but
the
was
counterpoint to
close.
I
that,
know
Katie,
Jesper.
is Jesper
I know
could have
Jesper
healed
did
him
walk
right away and left.
He could have. But
actively
I mean,
left,
how many
yeah.
times have we gone? Oh, we'll get to them next turn.
I feel like most of the times you do
Very
that,
bad
I
luck.
feel like most of the times you guys do that, it's because you don't have a choice. I don't think that we've rarely had a choice where somebody's been dead
riddance.
at someone's feet and you've gone, ha
did
ha,
say good
suck it,
riddance.
nerd. And that's it.
Little tea bag on the way out.
But he'd already done some shit.
Like, I remember, like, you know, in Erois, when there was a similar situation, it wasn't a natural one on a death save, but somebody was down and you thought, like, oh, we've got time to get to them. And then I created a wall of force and you couldn't get to them. That was very different. That was
cool.
like, we didn't have a choice.
Cool.
This was Trot going,
Nah. Man,
Fuck this shit,
you know
I'm
what?
out.
I think it's time. Serial Jester, you make a good point. He gets the Zeros he deserves. I think it's time to bring back something from a very long time ago. Hashtag Justice for Tom.
Oh god, here we go.
Bring
Give
it
it
back.
Justice
chair.
for
Justice
Hazel.
for Zeros.
Justice for Hazel.
just for Hazel, justice for Hazel.
Oh, dear.
Oh, amazing.
Fuck Jesper. Hashtag
He made
fuck
his
Jesper.
choices. He
sorry.
did.
I think his
He
mic's
did
gone.
cut Tatiana.
Yeah, no, that's
So-
fair.
Oh,
That's fair.
Is his mic
Yeah,
gone?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's a shame. His mic and
Oh,
camera
Yeah,
shame.
his
died at the
camera's
same
died too.
I
What a
have
shame.
ultimate power here.
What coward. He left. What coward. He just couldn't even face up. Oh, he was back.
Couldn't handle it. Right, anyway, let Tom finish up.
That's it. That was the
Please,
last
Tom.
one.
That was
I
it.
loved
That was the last
Thank
one.
you very much.
Okay,
Um,
perfect. This has been a great episode. Thank you, everybody, for joining
you.
us. We will be back on Sunday for more Erois. And then there's also Kim, fundraiser details again. Just throw a quick reminder out.
On Saturday, 7 p.m. BST to 10 p.m. BST on twitch.tv/Robotron, ROBBOTRON. There will be the charity Dark Room to raise money to tackle Southeast Asian racism. Join in. If you follow me on Twitter, I'll be
Join in
tweeting
that.
about it. I'll be a guest on it. There's loads of other guests
We'll,
as well.
we'll
we also have
retweet it and stuff.
Yeah.
we also have gift subs from Reiki, Sayura, and Dafday41. Just snuck you in
Nice.
there. Bam.
Thank you very much.
Done.
Nice.
Thank you very much, everybody. And then we'll be back for more D&D on Sunday with Erois, which is at 5 o'clock UK time. That's going to be an exciting one. Oh, boy. Bit worried about that one, actually. We'll see.
Yeah. Death by beholder. It's fine.
Echo got dissolved.
Yikes.
He got straight up dissolved.
Get caught up
Gone.
before Sunday.
Get caught up. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we will see you then. Take care. Look after yourselves.
Thank
We
you
love
very
you.
much.
Wear your damn masks. And we'll see you soon.
nasties.
Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye, everybody.